Hello guys, I'm doing another cosplay related video. I know I did say that I was going to do a video talking about my Mikuru cosplay, but this is something that I wanted to talk about because it's something that's been kind of bothering me as a cosplayer. At first I'm going to say is, depending on what I title this, I'm going to try and think of a title because first I'm going to say this is a rant that is for sexy cosplayers. Not against. This is not a rant against people who do sexy characters or, yeah, I'll get into it, but I first want to say that this is a positive rant. Like, a rant for someone. Yeah, it's kind of angry at people who are stupid, but you know what I mean. This is an argument for people who do sexy characters and so on. I'm just not sure what I'm going to title it because I don't want to say cosplay rant sexy cosplayers because people might get the wrong idea. So let's go on. So I think a lot of people know I'm going to be doing Mikuru from the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya in her red bunny suit. I have videos about it if you want to see it. Actually, the last video I did, I was wearing it, though I didn't show a whole shot. I sort of don't really consider that a sexy cosplay, so I guess some people do. To me, it's just very like, it's like, I don't know. I just also think of the character herself, the way she is herself, you know, very kind of shy, you know, like, about it. So to me, it doesn't register as like a sex, because to me the character, it's her personality kind of contributes to it, but I guess I can see, because it is something like that, but you know, if you consider it a sexy cosplay or not, it's you know, I'll leave it up to your opinion, but I've been getting, you know, some annoyingness. I've already had some issues with some friends on Facebook, and then I'm just getting some crap, and this is something that I've been thinking about for a while, because I found the cosplay pet peeve forum on cosplay.com. Like, they have a thread about cosplay pet peeves, and I've been reading a lot about it, and people have been talking about sexy cosplays, and I've been thinking about it, and then I finally decided I'm going to do a video talking about it. I apologize for the crappy lighting, but so I guess I'll start out with pretty much, I see nothing wrong with sexy cosplayers. People who, and by that I mean people who cosplay more scantily clad, skimpy outfits, maybe more of a character that's portrayed as more sexy or sexual in a series. Yeah, this is pretty much about people who cosplay like that. Now, first I'm going to say is I think a lot of people get told, you know, that they are just doing it for attention, that they're slutty, or they're attention whores, or they're just cosplaying a sexy character to show off. First off, I think people tend to forget that, you know, for the love of the character, Mikuru is one of my favorite characters. She's my favorite character in the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. And I happen to be doing her bunny suit because I think it's cute, and it's my friend suggested. She's going as Haruhi, and she's like, I want to do the bunny costumes, so that's what we're doing. Is it something that I would have picked without her suggestion? Probably, someday. There are a couple different costumes I had of her in mind, but my friend helped me and, you know, think, yeah, I'll do the bunny suit. Now, there's some people who do even sexier, like, there's a character named Yoko. I don't remember what she's from. I haven't watched it, but she's a very popular character. I will put a picture of her in the description, both of a cosplayer and of her, a actual picture of her from the anime. But she wears a black bikini with flames on it, and short black shorts, and pinkishy kind of stockings, and she's a really cool looking character in my opinion. But a lot of people cosplay her. Riku from Final Fantasy X-2. The girl hardly wears clothes, you know, but she's also a very cute character. And when you think about, like, I know, I played Final Fantasy X too, but Riku's a very lovable character, in my opinion. She's a cute, happy character that I can see girls wanting to cosplay because she's fun. Not just her costume is cute, but she's a fun character in general. She would be fun to act as. And also there are the girls from the Dead or Alive series. It's like a video game. I've never played it, but there are some skimpy costumes in there. Soul Calibur. I love Soul Calibur myself, and some of the girls are really skimpy. Pretty much a lot of other Final Fantasy characters. I mean, some people could even consider Tifa Lockhart from from Seven, her outfit, the white shirt with the skirt, some people could consider that a sexy cosplay. And I look at it like, why is it bad for people to be cosplaying these characters, and why are they called attention whores or show-offs? Because they dress as those characters. I think people tend to forget that, you know, just because someone dresses a certain way doesn't mean that they are seeking that type of attention. They love the character. To me, if I could pull off, you know, I don't have the flattest tummy, but if I could pull it off, I would probably cosplay Riku from 10-2, because I really like her. I really want to do Pain from 10-2. I love Pain, but, you know, you know, there are characters that, you know, if I would be comfortable enough in the costume, I would do it. I mean, and I see nothing wrong with it, and I don't understand why people are so negative. And I think especially when it's like other girls doing, like calling other girls sluts and stuff for dressing like that, it bothers me. I can understand that, you know, it's a convention setting. I mean, obviously you wouldn't walk out of your house to go to the mall in a bikini. Well, most people wouldn't. In a convention setting, it's kind of different, especially like non-con goers, who especially hate on that kind of stuff. Like, you know, they might not realize that, yeah, this person's probably never going to wear this costume outside of photo shoots and conventions. I would probably wear cosplay to a costume party, or just for pictures, you know what I mean? But, you know, I wouldn't wear my Mikuru Bunny cosplay. Like, if there was ever a cosplay, like there's an international cosplay day, I wouldn't wear the Mikuru Bunny out. I would probably look into getting a uniform or something for Mikuru, but, you know, I wouldn't wear it outside of taking pictures or conventions, or other cosplay events, or, you know, stuff like that. Also, something that I hate seeing is girls, like, you know, if you see a character that's, the anime character body type is usually very thin, slender, with a large chest. Not all characters like that. I hate when people say, oh, all anime characters are, you know, not really. A lot of women in anime are like that. But not all women, you know, are huge chest and tiny waist. Some characters are. It's very hard to achieve that body type. Women, you can be a thin woman and have a large bust line, but it's not quite as common, unless you have implants, which there's nothing wrong with that either. But I hate seeing girls getting hated on, being like, hey, your boobs are big enough to be that character. But then, on the flip side, if, like, let's say you're like a sexier character, you know, and your boobs aren't big enough, but then if they are, like, oh, you're just doing it to show off. You're just doing it, you know, to get attention because you want to show off your body. Obviously, you know, if you have the body for it, there's nothing wrong with it, you know. You should have no shame for your body, and society shouldn't tell you you should have shame for your body. If you're have a nice figure, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. And you know what, yes, with me, I do think of my body when I cosplay. I think, you know, I wouldn't have to bind my chest for that. You know, if I, like, Mikuru has a bigger chest. Does that kind of contribute to me being her? Yes, I also love the character. Regardless of my cup size, I would cosplay Mikuru. But if I decided I want to be Yuki from the series, I would bind my chest because she has a smaller chest. I would do that, and that's kind of a pain in the butt. Like, Lust is one of my favorite characters from Fullmetal Alchemist. Yes, it helps that my figure fits hers a little bit, you know, nicely. It doesn't mean I'm doing it for attention. It just means that I'm thinking of my body type when I'm picking a character. I do feel that anyone can cosplay anyone. You just gotta make the costume fit yourself, you know? If you have a boyish figure, that doesn't mean you can't cosplay girls. Does not mean cosplay is about fun, and, you know, it's an art in a way, you know? But that's just, don't just automatically look at a girl who is cosplaying someone sexy and think she's a slut, she's an attention whore, all this or that. You know, look at her costume and, you know, you could think, hey, that's pretty awesome. You know, appreciate her costume and the effort to put in, you know. Yeah, I can understand, like, I don't really care much for sexy Pokemon cosplay. That does kind of bother me a little bit. And also there is a sexy no jutsu. People take it to the extreme. But look at characters, as I said, like the Dead or Alive girls, Final Fantasy girls, Soul Calibur. Are those characters magically off limits? Are we not allowed to cosplay them because they're scantily clad or, you know, they're more sexy? I don't understand. Why are those characters not allowed? You know, I'm sure you love the characters in the series, and then you see someone dressed as them, and you think that, you know, that's so annoying or bad. People do it for the love of the character. They don't do it, you know, to be for attention. There are people out there who do cosplay for one reason. They just want attention, blah 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 blah. But don't just automatically judge someone. Them being a skank is not dressing the way they are. It's how they carry themselves. If they're acting like a stuck-up snob, then yeah, there's a problem. But if they're just a girl who spent a long time on their costume, they deserve the appreciation and attention to how great their costume is than to how you think that they're showing off too much. And you know, it's just one of those things, like, also think about this, you know, look at them and think, do you only find a problem with it because maybe they have a nice figure and they have a full chest, and if they didn't have that, you know, their cup size, would you have a problem with it? And realize, hey, you know, maybe I should hate on someone for the way their body is. You know, like, to me, I don't want to think, you know, oh, I want to cosplay this character, but I might show some cleavage. I don't want to be afraid to, you know, do that. You know, there's a lot of love in the cosplay community, and I'm not saying that, you know, if you are new to cosplay, don't think that, oh, everyone hates each other. No, there are just a few people that I've seen hating on sexy cosplayers, you know, and I just feel like I wanted to kind of put my opinion out there. There's a lot of love in the cosplay community, but there is some hate too. There are some people who are mean, but I'm just throwing that out there. I think that we need to realize that, you know, people can cosplay what they want, and also people are aware of what they are wearing. You don't have to point out, oh, that's really sexy, you know, what kind of attention you could get. Yes, there are creepers in this world. If you go to a convention, there are even going to be creepers, or even going to be people. You just need to know how to handle yourself. And most women, if they're dressed in a sexy costume, they know how to handle it. They know the attention they're going to get. And they're, you know, like me, I'm going to be with a group of people, and, you know, I'm going to have one of my really good guy friend with me. You know, I'm not going to worry about it too much, you know, and I know how, you know, I know to stay away from random people I don't know, you know what I mean? So you don't need to go up and be like, hey, you could get negative attention for this. Women, you know, we know, anyone who cosplays knows the type of attention that they can get. They don't need to hear it a million times. Even if you think you're looking up, just be like, hey, I know what I'm wearing. You don't need to tell me, you know, what I'm wearing. You know what I mean? I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. But yeah, pretty much I'm gonna end this here. Pretty much just be nice to people and don't just judge someone and look at their cosplay and be like, oh, you know, we're all dorks dressed up in costume, you know, at a geeky convention for something that we all love. You know, we're at a convention, we're at an anime convention. We obviously have something in common, you know, we like video games, comics, and cartoons. And probably Japanese culture. So there's no reason to hate. Appreciate people's costumes, because you know what, even though like my bunny suit, that's so, you know, it's not a big costume, but it took a long time to make. You know, think about the details people go into, you know. So yeah, I just let me know what your thoughts are. If you agree or if you have any issue or whatever, please be polite. It'd be nice to, you know, get nice comments, but yeah, that's really all I have to say. This is getting super long, so bye guys.